Kenny, come over here.
What is that? What's that, Billy?
Check these dudes out. They're like, what's going on here?
Insane.
What's going on? They look like wizards or something. Let's get out of here, man. Soul of the wizard, spirit of the fire, in a cold lizard. Stop! I feel with two spirits amongst us. Show yourselves now, or be cast into the cauldron. Hey, Kenny, I think we should give ourselves into them, for they are powerful people, and I don't want anything bad to happen. You shall share your gifts with us, drink our tea, and play us music to provide my family. What gifts? What gifts do you mean? Share the earth from your pocket. Share the earth from your pocket. And take this guitar. Invoke the spirits amongst us. Play slow to funky, or else we'll ditch you in the cauldron and you won't no longer be flesh and chunky. Oh, shit, Kenny. We better pull this one off.
Years ago, were the people anything other than hunter-gatherers? Always before they were just hunter-gatherers, but this last time, in the intervening glacial period, they had learned to domesticate cattle in Africa, and it was almost as though the human population was finding its way toward the cattle, and of course in the dung of the cattle was the mushroom. So this great horned mother goddess that appears at the dawn of history is a hypostatization of the power of cattle in the human imagination. These behaviors that were developed out of this encounter with psilocybin also involved at higher doses of psilocybin. Remember, at very low doses, increased visual acuity. Mid-range doses, orgiastic sexual activity and ego dissolution. At still higher doses, the revelation of a religious tremendum so bizarre and unnerving that even today we, with Husserl and all the rest of it under our belts, can barely face it. In other words, a mystery which for all of our sophistication, the breadth and measure of it can hardly be taken. And that laid the basis for a sense of religio, a sense of ritual, a sense of a relationship to a tremendum. And I don't want to present this psilocybin intoxication entirely as if it were simply ameliorating the earlier evolutionary programming in the primates. It was doing that, but it was doing something else as well, because this mystery at the center of the psilocybin intoxication is not simply the contents of your unconscious mind or unfulfilled fantasy as Freud thought, or it is, in fact, a contact with a Gaian intelligence of some sort. And if you're a rationalist, as I once was on some long-forgotten world, this is an incredibly challenging notion, that what you're getting into is actually some kind of supermind, some kind of organism that is, apparently in the atmosphere, in the water, in the plants, in the land. It's hard to say where it is or what it is, because it was not designed for human apprehension. It has its own ding en siche, its own thing in itself. It's like a god for any century of human description of it, except the 20th, in which we have enough knowledge about the ecosystem to say, well, maybe it's not, as Milton said, the God who hung the stars like lamps in heaven. It isn't that God, but it's the God of the oceans and the jungles and the ice caps and the rivers and the glaciers and the great schools of fish and the deserts. It's the goddess of the earth. It's the mind of organic life on this planet. And I believe that we were its chosen vessel of manifestation in a certain domain. And this is what the Edenic myth is about. The nostalgia for paradise that haunts our species is a memory of this time, this golden era that ended as recently, as 10,000 years ago. I mean, everything that we call history is a product of the traumatic break in our symbiotic relationship to the earth, occasioned by the loss of the mushroom religion.
What's up? How you be? How you raise yourself?
Positively, that means open, peaceful. Beat out like a bee, never using any type of weaponry except lyrics. And some tend to fear it. Open broadcasting through with true spirit. Live, alert, yes, and on the go. Kicking it kinda spacey with that cosmic flow. Black hole, sucked inside another, and then again return to the goddess earth mother. Oh brother, another shover. Yes, a true light being, oh yes, a true lover. And if you're a control haver, yes, my brother, you can't control me, go control enough. And I'm wishing the pilot of the plane is grasp onto themselves enough to stay sane and do what they wanna do, be who they wanna be, not giving in to a drunk conformity, an abnormality, yes, a fatality in a society preaching sobriety. Just cause it's legal, drink your lights out, and again tomorrow night for another bout. And I'm a knockout winner in the sober ring, cause everything I consume are natural organic things. Be my peppers, my carrots, my child, all my buds, and never will you ever catch me chewing on no cuds. From the past before me to the future, my glory, filling in these lyrics to make it part of the story. At the present where I be, discovering inner blissfulness, exploding inside of me, meeting all good people, connection to the path, the earth and the sun, together that's good math, giving us bodies, a place to chill, so we can run, kick, play, and give our queens needed thrill. Straight from the center, the epicenter vendor, super duper powers, like Clark Kent or Hercules. Drop to your knees, enlightened masters performing spiritual manifestations as they please. We love Sai Baba. What's up to the llama? Respect to Tibet, yes, the monks growing stronger. Any group in true unison is always gonna be getting their shit done. Working together. in a bubble through the creation game and peering out my bubble. I see double trouble. I'd rather play double dribble. People squabble, society scribbles. Throw away the scribble and the squabble. Fill yourself with love in your bubble with no more trouble. I'm seeing double, triple, quadruplety, floopty, and a lipple spinning at the show to the sounds of ripple. Oh no! And ruffled on the edge, rectified by sound, scintillating schisms, y'all. Put your scissors down, off with your head. If you say off with my dread, go form your own government and call it conservative feds. Anti-fractal, you just wanna haggle, but I don't fight. Please this way with that bagel. I need more food to create more thoughts. It's the gifts I forget and a lot I forgot. Consciousness praying, respect to the Wayans, respect to the Buddhists, and respect to the pagans. Now who is that be calling my name? Is that God or me? Oh shit, it's all the same. Different creatures and different sizes, different languages and different disguises. Many search for themselves, while others are just Budweisers. A sipping away, turning the back, gurning from the truth. Gotta face the Mac. The make it a Mac Daddy. The song's creation game that we all playing. Noticing changes, buckle in the belt. Emotions strong and weak, yes they are all felt. And I know you're moved by the vibe you sent. Telepathic communication with no end. Transcending all barriers, transcending all boundaries. In your hometowns and in all foreign countries to counties. We got bounties and we're not no killers. We're such much realer than the millies and vanillas. Rulers and schoolers, students and disciples. Knowledge gained everywhere, not strictly the Bible. Arrival of these times, the king of my domain. Never caught shooting shit or doing rails on cocaine. Just into the elevation of existence. Soon I'll be floating, moving mighty distances. And I won't stop cause I got that beat cock spring about to bust. Getting physically older but keeping free of rust or dust. It's all in the thrust, high climax to the top. I must go with that flow, not slowing down. Oh no, moving on and on and on and on. Brothers in Jamaica say go brother man. I'm making them sounds to open up your mind. Surely we'll be strong, many gifts we will find. Yeah, in about a year we'll hear Clinton say
we finally legalized it out, would you roll up a J?
Okay, his reply, hey Bill, let's get high. Tipper and Hillary too getting crazy, oh my, in the sky. Is this where I be? Leaders of this country contemplating their reality, no longer stuck in any type of thought prison. Clinton exclaims,
money to environmentalism. This is kind of a weird system. How did I end up here now? I'll resist them. How could I have been doing so much wrong when all I needed was fat hit from my bong?
So another fairy tale told in another way, showing herb isn't bad and the system's gonna stray. Now do you yourself want to be a fool? Just do right, and like a river you'll flow through. The river will flow to the ocean, and the ocean will flow outward in galactic motion. With the notion of eternity, double beating heart inside of me. Cells packed in tightly together, forming many different types of spatial matter. The batter's up and I be the pitcher. Another creation of man, yes, a switch hitter. When it comes to styles, I'm gonna get ya. Drum set to guitar, my sauce is getting bitter. Better when sour, cause that takes ingredients. Aromatherapy with flower power. Not from Philly, I'm not from the Bronx. From a small city with dreadlocks. Another culture, or shall I say culture vulture. Slowly discovering self's time and space torture. But I figured it out and it took me some time. I was lost in suburbia but now I'm feeling mighty fine. To all those that were once on my back, you can't say shit no longer. The truth I do stack, and piles I do contain. An overloaded, unjustified, anti-political brain. Overloaded, unjustified, anti-political brain. Velvet in the soul of the wizard. Spirit of the fire in a cold blizzard, yeah. ladder, the heat, hot coals beneath my feet. I must be strong in this jungle of concrete. So many different people with so many different races. Variety of culture, greed, clash in nature. Two worlds become one, or three become two. Third eye on the pry and looking straight at you. You look back at me, not sure quite what to say. Compassion tightly closed and clean cash for future days. Future days, our future days, the present is now. Everybody's gotta play the role somehow. Annoyance, disturbing, yeah. Intellectuals worth serving, yeah. And abusive is hurting. And I'm mystically inverted. I said the mystic on the mic, Mac and Mango's making memories, converting religions into classic crazy categories. Feeling frothy, fat, foolish, wild, shining with no strings attached to permanently nothing binding. Binding means rewinding, while not consciously reminding that the truth in tribalism and the truth will slowly finding. Well, many realize that the money is just evil, and many spend their lives for that. Unbelievable. I'm going to stick to my true life purpose, pushing music towards the people. Minimize our sidetrack leads to whack, and the inner city does its stack. Give me some slack. I'm giving you a ton. Spiritual evolution has already begun. I've seen the evolvement of many special beings, comparing Rick James to that of Egyptian kings, and Baba Ram Dass to the Super Bowl coin toss. These words are free of cost. We love Diana Ross, we love Flojo, and we love all the women that don't turn into hoes. But you gotta love them too, don't deny anybody. When you add water to dirt, it gets kinda muddy. Magnified with time and intertwined with everything lyrically, expressing my life state of being. Velvet in the soul of the wizard. Spirit, spirit of the fire in a cold blizzard, yeah. It's the velvet in the yeah. And it's the soul of the wizard. And it's the spirit, yeah. And it's in a cold blizzard.
I think we should let him go.